Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I want to make a little cute journal out of this pharmacy bag, and I just thought it was the cutest little thing. So I want to do something with that, and I want to incorporate some of my dried flowers in it, and some of my deli papers that I did with you guys. So I can post at the end screen my dried flowers with you guys video, and then my deli paper, all my little different deli paper videos. So I can do that on the end screen for you guys. You can come check them out. So what I want to use today is some gesso. I want to cover all this up on the front here with some gesso. And I definitely want to glue down my papers on there. And for the flowers, I want to use my regular gel matte medium. And this is like plastic when it dries, so it's great. It gives it a good protection over the top, so it'll protect the flowers. And I'm thinking I want to do this for the cover, so I want to have it protected. And this stuff I have in my Amazon links down below if you want to check it out. It works great for heavier stuff like dried flowers and like a heavier cardstock to glue down, fabrics. It works great for all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we'll use that today. And I'll use probably my 50/50 water and glue just to put down the deli papers and stuff, because this works great for that. I got water and a paintbrush, and let's just start and go from there. So I'm going to start off by just painting with my gesso my back. Okay, so I got a couple of coats of the gesso on here, and now I want to do a little brown and some brilliant yellow green and some apple barrel, and it's crisp green. Okay, so the outside is dry. Now I'm going to do the inside here. Okay, so I'm going to make sure to take my glue here and glue down some spots that are poking up on the bag. So get those glued down really good. Okay, so this is going to be the inside, and this is going to be the cover. All right, so what we're going to do is take our glue and water mixture. I just have it mixed up in here, and it's just pretty much half glue, half water. You can add a little more water if you want, and a little more glue if you want. It just depends on the consistency that you want to do. So I think I do it on a little runnier side because it works great and it makes the glue last longer. Okay, so we got that. And let's go ahead and start on the front here. So when, excuse me, when I have it closed, I'm trying to think. And we're gonna leave this an open pocket in the front. So I'm trying to see if I want the pocket on the front of the journal. So let's just fold it and see where you want it. I think I do. I think I want it on the front of the journal. Okay. So we know where the fold is. You can take your bone folder if you want. Okay. And then I'm going to take some fun papers over here that I have, because I want some background papers. So I'm just going to look through, find some fun little background papers that I want to glue in the background. And then I will do the same for the inside. And then we'll start gluing down our pretty little flowers here. As you're gluing with the gel mat, just make sure to get some of it down first, then go over to the top of it and just go with the flower or the plant. So make sure you're getting enough underneath, and then just go with the way it grows so you don't break anything off. And then just cover the top of it. And then it will dry clear. So I'm just going ahead and I'm layering up everything how I want it. And this will definitely seal it all in and make a cute little cover here. So I went ahead and did the dragonflies and then some little dots and stuff in the background. And I'm just layering this up. Okay, let's see, I might need some more up here. My bigger flower, so I'll put it in the middle here. And let's see. Maybe pop some behind it. And then just place it where you want things. Step back, look at it, see if that's where you want it. See if you want to add a little bit something else. Okay. And make sure there's enough glue behind it. And just tack it down. Under the layers and stuff. It's so pretty and fun to work with. Let's see. I love working with the flowers like this. Okay. strokes here. You don't want any big clumps or anything like that. And make sure you got everything down that you want down. I think that turned out really cool. And you can see that it kind of does a little plastic, like, see, it seals it all in. So it's really cool. So once it's totally dry, I dried it with my heat gun, but once it's totally dry, it'll be, you won't see the little white marks and stuff of the glue. Okay, or the gel. So also what I did is when I was putting down my background dragonfly here, I went ahead and laid it down and then cut it to where the wing would be on the inside of the bag here and lined it up, and I thought that looked really cute. So we can go ahead and cut off our little stem here, like that. I really like the way that turned out. Okay, so now on the inside here, I just want to do some decorating with, maybe throw some alphabets in there, some shapes, some more circles, just different things like that I think would be fun on the inside here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Inside it's done. I think that's fun. I did the prints of the stencil, so I stenciled it and then I stamped it, and so this is like the stamp part of it, and I thought that was cool with the little dragonflies. Okay, so that'll be the fun inside, and here's the outside. And when I had it flipped over, it kind of got stuck on the table a little bit, or on my parchment paper here. So what I'm thinking to cover it up, there's always a way to cover it up, is let's just take a couple of letters here. And I really love, this is a stamping one too, where I stamped it, the stencil, after I painted it and, you know, did it the right way, and then I turned it and stamped it, and all the letters are backwards. So I think that's fun. Kind of messes with your mind. Okay, let's see. So let's just do this. There's always a way to fix it. That's the great part about junk journaling. Okay, and then just to balance it a little bit, I'm going to put my J here. Oh, I think I did it the wrong way. There we go. Gotta do it backwards. Stick with the theme here. There. So look at that, that kind of balances it. So just make sure that your one side is dry enough before you start working on the other side. That's my lesson on that one there. Okay, so now what I want to do is, once this dries totally, I'm going to take my heat gun to it. I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine. I want to make sure this isn't going to stick shut, so I just got to keep checking that. I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and do a, in some black thread, I'm going to do a zigzag stitch. Just, I'm going to start here, because I want to piece all this together and pinch it together. So I'm going to start here and just work my way all the way around, and then I'm going to leave this open. So I'm not going to even, I can even go around and stitch on the outside here, just for, to, you know, aesthetically pleasing to the eye. But that's just for decorative. So I might go ahead and go around and stitch here and tie it all off, and then just leave this. But you could, if you wanted to, you could stick this in the sewing machine, just open it up, and then sew right here. So we'll see. It'll be a surprise. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will be back. Okay, so I think that turned out really cool. I just did it all the way around, and then I left this opening here. So that'll be the front with a little pocket right here. Isn't that fun? That's so fun. Okay, now what I was noticing, and just go through and note and see if you notice anything kind of sticking up. And I just take my art glitter glue And, or you could take your Fabrifix glue, either one. And I'm just gonna pop a little bit of glue right here. And do that. Just to tack it down to make sure, because there's some spots, you know, that get missed. So I like to go and double check everything. Okay. So just go around checking. Take your glues and just glue down anything that you think is going to get caught, or any, you know, or get, you know, because that would be horrible if it got caught on something that ripped the whole thing off. So just make sure everything's tacked down, looking good. And yeah, so I think this is coming along nicely here. Okay, so what I want to do next is I'm going to put a closure. So I think I'm going to do a little eyelet right here and do maybe some seam binding and have it tie together. So I might just do an eyelet here and here and just make a little tie. And then we'll leave this open so you can put something fun in here. And I'm going to add some papers in there, or some pockets and some papers. And I'm thinking, if you guys would be interested, I'll put the link down below. I'm thinking of putting this in my Etsy shop if you guys want to come purchase it. So it'll just be a one of a kind, and it'll be kind of fun. And I really appreciate the support. Even if you guys come and favor my shop, it really helps me out a lot. And I really do appreciate you guys. All right, and if you guys are liking this video, please hit the like button and comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think of it. I really love hearing from you guys. It makes my day. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all this finished, and I'll come back and we'll do a little flip through. I got my signature all done, and I will count again, but I think it has 40 pages in it, and that's including the envelope here that I put in it. Okay, and the little index card and stuff. So we'll do a flip through in a minute. So I wanted to show you guys a stapling technique to bind it together. So I got my little pockets done. I did these with my botanical digitals. That I will put the link down below and you guys can check them out. And I also did that punch out to reinforce it right here at the beginning. Okay, so what you need is packaging, some sort of foamy or something like that, something squishy underneath. And we're gonna lay that like that. Make sure everything is upright the way you want it. I've been burned by that before. Okay, and then let's place it where we want it. Make sure you shut it and see that's where you want your signature. That it's in the crease right there. Okay, and then I'm going to open up my stapler. And what I want to do is I'm going to do a staple up here. Staple in the middle, and then a staple at the bottom. Okay, so what it will do is it won't close off in the back. So you can see the prongs sticking out. See those? So you got the prongs sticking out. Okay, so you're going to want to take it. And you can take anything. You could do tweezers. You could do your scissors. You could do anything that's metal, I suggest. Or, you know what, even your bone folder if you want to, but it'll scratch it up. So I'm going to use my tweezers. And I'm just going to push down each prong, just like you would if you stapled it. Okay. So just make sure you get it where you want it and give it a good press. Like that. that is not going anywhere, so just make sure it's good and tight. Okay. And you got yourself a little journal here. Okay. And then just get everything folded where you want it. Double check everything. And voila. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put a seam binding on here and tie it together, and then we will come back and do a flip through. Okay, so I cut my seam binding about 15, 16 inches. And what I like to do is just get it through here, even it out, and then I tie a knot. But don't do it super tight because you don't want to bend up your edge there. Just do it snug, okay? I'm going to do that on that side and the same thing on this side. All right, and then there we go. Got ourselves a fun little tie. You can do yourself a little knot or a little bow, however you want to do it, and plenty of room to grow in there. Okay, so I am all done. I got it stuffed with goodies, so this will be fun. And so this is a journal that I did out of a pharmacy paper bag, added dry flowers to it, and showed you guys how to do a staple binding. So yeah, I think that was it's really fun. I love doing this. And this feels really cool, and it's on there. I mean, it's not going nowhere. So we got that, and we got the back of it. Okay. And so we got our fun little pocket up front. And I got it stuffed full of goodies up here. So there we go. And then we just untie it. We get our front pocket. Was the background there. I think it turned out really cool. And we've got some goodies in here, some ephemera to play with. So this will all come with the journal, whoever purchases it. And this was a fun little envelope. On the front here. And this is the back. And it flips open. It's got some ephemera in here to play with. And then it just clips right back onto your page. Okay. And so I got some avocado dyed paper, coffee dyed paper. This was my coffee marble dyed paper. And I will remember to put that at the end screen. You guys come check it out. It's really fun to do. I call it my coffee marbled paper. And yeah, and then I did some this is RIT dye with the stenciling. And this little guy here, I did how to take the shine out of magazine pages. So that used to be really shiny. And then made it into a little journaling card. So that'll be fun to play with. And then this is flowers from my garden that I just photocopied. I just scanned it on my scanner, and this is how it came out. So this is, from my garden, all my little flowers here. So that'll be a fun page to play with. Avocado dyed envelope with some goodies inside. And then I just did that with a journal card and our little staple binding, which is holding up really nicely. Okay. And worst case scenario, if it ever does just pop out or anything, you just do the same concept. Just take a stapler and just staple it down and push down the prongs and you're good to go. But I don't think it's going anywhere. I mean, they're in there good. So yeah. But it's nice to know that it is fixable if something does pop out. But yeah, So we got the other side here of the envelope. And then another magazine, how to take the shine out of a magazine page. Whoops, I just threw that across the room. How to take the shine out of a magazine page. You could kind of see some of it, a little shimmery, but it really does dull it down. So this is a good journaling card with the manila folder that I put on the back of it. That's avocado dyed. So, found it. Okay, so that's a fun little thing to play with here. And then more Rit dyed stencil pages. And then the back. I think that turned out really cool. Got my little pocket here. So I'll make sure to put the digital down below if you guys want to come check it out. And yeah, so this is just some fun pages to play with. A little ephemera to play around with. And there's the back of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And like I said, I'm going to put it in my Etsy shop. So even if you guys come favorite, it really helps me out. I really, really appreciate you guys. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.